Chelsea signs Jamie Bynoe-Gittens. Ronaldo signs sport's most expensive contract in history. He'll earn over €500,000 per day. Easy to Tottenham. All of this and more in today's episode. The Premier League is preparing a true broadcasting revolution. From the 2025-26 season, English football will be closer to the viewer than ever before. As part of a new television contract worth over £6.7 billion with Sky Sports and TNT Sports, the Premier League is implementing new rules that will change the very essence of watching matches. Viewers will now be able to hear players immediately after a substitution, see what's happening in the dressing room before kickoff, and even observe goal celebrations from just a few feet away. Cameramen with Steadicams will be able to run onto the field during breaks to capture emotions as closely as possible. These changes are not just a show for show's sake. They are part of a global trend inspired by NFL and NBA broadcasts, where similar formats have long become the norm. In the Premier League, this is a real breakthrough. For example, players who have just been substituted will give short interviews near the technical area while the match is still ongoing. Cameras in the dressing rooms will appear only at selected moments, before the match or after the final whistle, without interfering with coaches' tactical instructions. And goal celebrations will now look like they're straight out of a movie, with dynamic shots taken directly from the pitch. However, not everyone is thrilled. Some clubs, including Arsenal and Manchester City, have already expressed concerns due to conflicts with their own documentary projects and fears of tactical information leaks. But the Premier League insists each club must provide broadcasters with access to one of the new formats for at least 2 home matches per season. This is a compromise between spectacle and privacy, designed to make football even closer to millions of fans worldwide. And while some are already calling it the Americanization of football, one thing is clear: the Premier League is not afraid of change and strives to remain a leader, not only on the field, but also on screens. Jamie Bynoe-Gittens is almost in a blue shirt. Chelsea is in the final stages of negotiations with Borussia Dortmund, and the transfer of the 20-year-old winger could be completed in the coming days. The player has agreed to a 7-year contract with the Londoners, and, according to The Athletic, he is fully committed to moving to Stamford Bridge. Dortmund has already started looking for his replacement, which only confirms the seriousness of intentions on both sides. Bynoe-Gittens is one of the brightest young English wingers, often compared to Jadon Sancho. Last season, he scored 12 goals and provided 5 assists in 48 matches, and his dribbling and speed became a real nightmare for Bundesliga defenders. This transfer perfectly fits Chelsea's philosophy: young, technical, dynamic players with high development potential. And although Dortmund initially rejected several offers, Chelsea seems ready to meet their financial demands, around £50 to £60 million. Barcelona is preparing a truly historic moment. Lamina Yamal will officially receive the legendary number 10 jersey starting from the 2025-26 season. This decision has already been made by the club's management, and it will be officially announced on July 13th, Yamal's 18th birthday, a symbolic date that is set to become a new milestone in the history of Blaugrana. The number 10 shirt is not just a number, it's the legacy of Messi, Ronaldinho, Rivaldo, Maradona, and now it will be given to a young man who is already considered the future face of Barca. Last season, Yamal had a phenomenal campaign: 18 goals, 21 assists, triumph in La Liga, the Copa del Rey, and the Supercopa. He became the youngest player in the club's history to achieve such figures and has already signed a new contract with a €1 billion release clause. And while comparisons to Messi are inevitable, the club is confident Yamal is ready for this challenge. Tottenham is indeed preparing a high-profile transfer move, £68 million for Eberechi Eze, which will become a record purchase in the club's history. This is not just a reinforcement, but a statement of intent for a new era under Thomas Frank, who sees the Crystal Palace midfielder as a key figure for building an attacking game. Eze, who scored 14 goals and provided 12 assists last season, became the hero of the FA Cup final, where his goal brought Palace a historic trophy. His versatility, the ability to play both on the wing and in a number 10 role, perfectly fits Frank's vision, who wants to create a dynamic, technical team with a creative core. Crystal Palace is ready to accept the release clause payment in several installments, but demands at least £45 million up front. Eze himself is open to the move, and sources report that he is very interested in Tottenham's project project under the new coach. This transfer could be a turning point for the Spurs, who aim to return to the top four and secure their place in the Champions League. If the deal is completed, Eze will become the most expensive player in the club's history, surpassing the transfer of Dominic Solanke. AC Milan is preparing a grand midfield overhaul, and this summer, two top signings are set to join the team. Samuele Ricci from Torino and Luka Modric, who is leaving Real Madrid after 13 years. The club has finally agreed with Torino on the transfer of Ricci for €25 million with bonuses, although initially the Turin club demanded 33. A contract with the player himself was agreed upon in winter, and now it remains only to await his return from vacation for a medical. The 23-year-old Italian, considered a future national team holding midfielder, will become a key element in the midfield rebuilding initiated by Massimiliano Allegri after the sale of Reinders to Man City. And in July, Luka Modric will join the team, having signed a one-year contract with an option to extend for another season. His salary will be around €3.5 million per year, and the Croatian himself, according to sporting director Igli Tare, aims to be a leader from day one. Modric is a long-time Milan fan, and this move holds personal significance for him. He wants to stay in shape until the 2026 World Cup and sees Milan as the ideal place to end his career at a high level. Thus, Milan will get a unique combination of youth and experience in midfield. Ricci as the future orchestrator, Modric as a mentor and leader. And this is just the beginning. The club is also negotiating with Arden Jashari and Granit Xhaka to definitively form a new machine in the middle of the park. Cristiano Ronaldo has once again rewritten history, this time not on the field, but at the negotiating table. The Portuguese legend has signed a new contract with Al-Nassr, which is already being called the most expensive in the history of sports. The agreement, which will run until 2027, not only guarantees Ronaldo a place in the team until he's 42, but also transforms him into a player, ambassador, and partial club owner simultaneously. Under the new contract, Ronaldo will earn over £178 million per year, which equates to approximately £488,000 per day. But that's just the beginning. To the base salary is added a signing bonus of £24.5 million, which will increase to £38 million in the second year, as well as bonuses for each goal, assist, league title, and golden boot. If Al-Nassr wins the league, Cristiano will receive an additional £8 million, and for being the top scorer, £4 million. And that's not all. The contract includes a 15% stake in the club, valued at £33 million, as well as coverage for private flights, staff, and sponsorship deals worth tens of millions. This contract is not just a football agreement, it's a strategic move by Saudi Arabia, which sees Ronaldo not just as a player, but as the face of a national sports project. His presence in the league is a signal to the world. The SPL is not just buying stars, it's building a new football ecosystem, with Cristiano as its main symbol. Ironically, after the words "this chapter is over," which Ronaldo wrote in May, he returns with a new contract, new ambitions, and perhaps the last great challenge of his career. And if anyone thought that Ronaldo had already said his last word, he has just proven that the story is far from over. That's it for now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Keep watching for more football action and have a wonderful day.